My name is Frank Tona. I'm a native of Tucson, Arizona, and I am the dad of the family. I met Lynette about 24 years ago when she came into Tucson. We met at a nightclub, and for the past 24 years since I've met her, we've been together. We've established a home, have a family, and also have grandkids. When I met Lynette, she had 3 boys. That at first was kind of hard, since me being a loner and trying to transition with someone that has kids was somewhat difficult at times. Acceptance into their lives, and as well as them into mine. It was hard at first, but we ended up becoming friends before we became more of a dad, or I shouldn't say a dad, because I was just trying to be their friend first, and then hopefully break, I guess, a barrier between the so-called step parent to them being accustomed to me. Well, the only struggles I kind of had personally was becoming a parent. Like, for instance, overnight, I wasn't planning on being a parent already, but that was a work in progress for me. I think that was the most difficult. It was trying to, I don't know, trying to get into their lives as well as them into mine. But I was the stranger of the family, because she had already established her family with her 3 boys, and then for me to come in and try to establish myself with them and her at the same time, I think I had more of a problem with her 3 boys than I did with her. That was my struggle. When I had my first son with Lynette, that was a surprise at first, but I was very happy and eager to meet this son of mine that was on his way in. I also saw the faces of the boys, because at this time already we had somewhat of a relationship between me and her 3 sons. And when Cisco came in to the picture, well, everything seemed to be more relaxed. I think Cisco brought us together, somewhat stronger, and I was having a better relationship with the 3 boys. I think it was godsend that Cisco was born, because it did bring us all back together, or I should say it did bring us together and made the bond between all 5 of us stronger. 5, that's meaning Cisco. At a time, I did think that I was not gonna succeed, if that's the right word, but I did try my hardest to try to keep the family together, and the boys, try to keep them, as close as we could to Cisco at the time, and including myself. I think I had a good foothold of what was going to happen between us all. And at about this time is when we started looking for a new home. Well, like any step parent has in the back of their mind is, are they going to accept you? And if they don't accept you, if you tell them to do something, are they going to do it without them, firing back at you in some way? That was my main concern there too, because I didn't know what to do. I would go to Lynette and say, I don't know if I was tattletaling, but I was hoping to help her out to raise them. But the discipline was a very fine line. I didn't want to step my boundaries, but then again, I also wanted them to understand that I was here to stay. I was here to be the friend and hopefully a parent that was not there, and try to fill those, shoes as a parent. I didn't want to be the dad real quick, but I just wanted to be their friend. But discipline was kind of hard. It was difficult, but eventually we got through it. To watch the boys leave from the house, um, it was hard. It was hard because even though I wasn't their biological father, I was their dad in a sense. So I did have that concern. I grew up with them from them being, kids. Um, when the first one left the house, Lynette kind of took it hard. I did as well because we wanted, you always want the best for your kids. As each one left the house, I mean, it got harder and harder because there was nobody at home anymore. But we also had to understand that, well, there's that time that you gotta cut the cord and see who these kids who have became young adults turn out to be. And each one of us surprised us, quite a bit. Surprised me. They've had a good understanding of what life is all about, and to the point that we are at right now, I'm very proud of all three of them because they've done what they want to do, or they're still experimenting, and it's more into a positive. I never had problems with them as far as growing up. Once they leave and then you get home and they're not there because they're on their own, it makes you think, makes you wonder, are they okay? Are they safe? Or what are they doing? Have you heard from them? It's just being a parent and the concerns that you have. But I'd like for them to think that I am their father figure, or if not, at least their dad. I'm here for them. They know that. And I would do anything for them, like they're my kids. They're my boys. There's nothing different from Cisco being his biological father, compared to the other three. They're my boys as well. I mean, we all grew up from the time I met Lynette to now. I don't see them as any different from any other one. The only question that I have is do they think I did what I was supposed to do in their mind, in their thoughts? Me coming into this family, I did get blessed.
I don't know how to close these off. I think the best way is for me to get in there and say some things too.
Work.
This is my stepdad, Frank, and I love him very much.